going to be getting into it super quick. This is not an advertisement for Caddy's glasses, though I am wearing these Caddy's glasses because they're fucking awesome. Trust me, if it was an advertisement, I would have money in my pocket, and I don't. I'm talking about stuff that I like, and I happen to be wearing these glasses, and they're bomb. They're awesome. So if you're looking for awesome glasses, sunglasses, or if you're old as dirt like me, get yourself some readers. They call them eye appliances over at Caddy's, and I'm rocking the D28s today, and I'm pretty happy with them. So get yourself some Caddy's. And if you're shopping, why don't you go to chrisberlin.com and get yourself a t-shirt? That would be super awesome. And we are going to get things going right now. And before we do, I'm going to drop off of Caddy's, and I'm going to show you guys, before we get going, right? Here is my new Bitcoin visual for you guys to watch. And we are watching money pour in from different countries. These are transactions. It looks like the transactions are only going one way, but we are just seeing what countries are initiating transactions on the Bitcoin network. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of activity on the Bitcoin United States side of things. So very interesting, and it's awesome to watch. As I told you guys, I was going to give you another visual today, and that is what I am doing. I'm taking a sip of coffee, then we're going to get this going. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It is Monday, and I'm excited about that. Okay, are you guys ready to take off? Are we ready to do this? Let's see what we got. Okay, so I got to do a couple things here. Thank you guys for riding with me through this stuff. And, this is a good time. If you listen, do whatever people do on the YouTube thing. Give it a like. If you guys comment, I'll respond to it, I promise. And what I'm doing is this beginning intro stuff is just on the YouTube stuff. I'm going to hit record, and in a minute, it's going to be part of my podcast as well. So you can listen to Rare Bits podcast, which won't have all this crap at the beginning. But I am just enjoying watching this visualization today. And it's Monday, sometimes it's tough to get going. So we are about to kick things off. You know what? And let's just do it. This is how we do it. Here we go. Holy moly. I can't believe I made it through another week. I didn't think it was going to happen. But it absolutely has. How is everybody doing today? Do we see a new class of meme coins developed around deeper values? Right? There's talk that NFTs are completely dead. Why don't they incorporate these coins? Let's find a deeper utility for these meme coins, and everybody wins. The MACD indicator on the 2-month chart has turned green. Historically, that means we have a parabolic green candle coming. Has it already started? I wrote this report this morning, and Bitcoin has just continued to maneuver perfectly. We're riding at $71,927 at this moment in time. Rect Capital. He thinks we're already 1/3 of the way through the bull run. Did you make profit already? Are you going to miss the entire bull run? Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Pepe will continue to tear. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Monday, April 8th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index is coming in at a 76. We are down 2 degrees from yesterday. We will still take it. The NFT sentiment is coming in at 50 degrees, down 1 degree from yesterday, though it should be down a lot lower because I don't know what is happening in the NFT space. Top crypto search term for the normies is AI Saga. Ticker sign SAGA. It is up. I can't even say this. It's up 4,681% on the 7-day. It was up an equal number yesterday. It is time to look into this. Though, when you see numbers like this, you have already missed it, but there could be something there. Top NFT search term is Binance. There are a number of reasons for this. We might scratch the surface on some of these. Bitcoin dominance is down. ETH dominance is up. And when we look at sales volume across our three ecosystems that dominate the NFT market, we have ETH NFT sales coming in at 9.4. It's up 10% on the 24 hours. Sold volume, 2.3. It is down 61% on the 24 hours. Holy moly. Bitcoin NFT sales volume is at $18.9 million. It is down 14% from the last 24 hours. We have 11 days to the Bitcoin halving. Though that might have changed because I wrote this report this morning. We were going to look at the live. No, we're not going to look at the live. Yeah, maybe we will. We'll look at the live Bitcoin clock and get an actual number of where we are. Total crypto market cap right now is about 2.65 trillion. And we are going to get into some numbers for the nerds before we crack into some more news. Today, you can see the awesome. Just look at the flow of Bitcoin happening. Let's move into some numbers for the nerds. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to pull up super quick. And this is absolutely brilliant. So this is another visualization that I found, and it is really interesting and also scary. So we are looking at Bitcoin on exchanges is the first number that is represented in this maroon color. And if you're on the podcast, I apologize. This will be quick. Next, we are looking at zombie coins without Satoshis, okay? Next, this is the allotment of coins that is actually in Satoshi's wallet that are deemed to be inaccessible. Next, we have BTC ETFs represent this gold block. Now we're getting into how many Bitcoins are mined per year. So if you look at this green block in comparison to where the Bitcoin allocation is above, you can see this discrepancy where we don't mine that many blocks, right? So now we are getting into, this is the amount of Bitcoin that have been seized from different people in scams. The blue, that is the amount of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy owns, right? Next up, we have the ownership of Block One. We have wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum. We have Mt. Gox wallets. We have seized by US authorities via the Bitfinex hack going on down, right? This is what is really scary. This is what is in supply at the moment, this pink block, which is rather large, we can see. See this block at the end? That is how many Bitcoin blocks that are left to be mined before the supply cap goes into effect, AKA supply shock, AKA mad panic. Did I buy enough Bitcoin? So looking at this visual representation, you can see what is left to mint versus what is in circulation. And then this pink box is broken down by who has what in that circulation. So you can see how the pink box versus what's left, right? So we should have just fear and pandemonium setting in, and it has not. That is my new, I am taking a sip of my coffee sound. Okay, so unfortunately for all the pot smokers, it looks like the Bitcoin halving will not fall on the 20th. It looks like they have upped it to April 19th. It looks that we are about 11 days, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 14 seconds away. There are 1,654 blocks left to mine, and we are going to be here for it. If there's any way the miners could slow that down so it happens on 420, I mean, people would just do it, right? Look at the heat map. It is just green and emerald green, all the kind of stuff that we'd like to see. The emerald green represents over 6% in the last 24 hours. We are here for it. Ethereum just continues its tear. Man, everyone says Ethereum's dead, though Ethereum NFTs might be. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Looking at the total crypto market cap, we get to see the crypto bubbles. It is a good representation of what is going on, who's getting bigger, who's getting smaller. Let's get into the numbers. So currently, Bitcoin is trading at $71,799. I commented in yesterday's podcast. I can't believe we are trading at these numbers and people are not fucking ecstatic. This is so awesome and people don't care. It's like they just assume it's going to go so much higher and they're not thrilled of where we've come. And when Solana gets to these new all-time highs, that's all we talk about, right? Bitcoin, it's like, it's just going to keep going up. It's not programmed. Yeah, it is programmed. All right, I'm not excited either. I'm ecstatic. Ethereum is coming in at 3,683. As Bitcoin climbs, this will be the tail of the dog. It will continue to climb as well. BNB currently trading at $588. Solana has slid down to $179. It is down on the hour, day, and week. We are still here for it. We are cheering it on because we know it is not going anywhere. Looking at the top sales across different ecosystems, look at that zombie CryptoPunk sold for $1 million. And what's interesting, there was another zombie punk that recently sold for quite a bit more. So did the previous purchaser overpay, or did this purchaser get one hell of a deal? The verdict is out. We will know as time progresses, but keep that on your radar, watching the CryptoPunk zombie and alien punk prices. Looking at the top movers. So the numbers that I read off this morning, I like to do that because I do those at about 4:35 in the morning. And it is currently 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we get a chance to see how the numbers have changed. So Bitcoin is leading the pack with Ethereum and Solana as far as the top three chains. Bitcoin has done $16.5 million. Ethereum has done 9.9, and Solana is climbing, done 4.5. So that is good. Over the weekend, it did not crack 1.3. It didn't crack 1.5 on one of the days. So there were days where Solana was the king of the ecosystem, ruling the roost. It is climbing back up, so it is good to see this movement, but nothing too overly exciting. Looking at the crypto heat map for the NFT space, we have a nice slew of green. We do see mutant apes now. That's probably because somebody stole my mutant ape, and they are damned forever, and I'm still so upset about that. Looking at the top 5 collections on the Ethereum side of things, we have Pudgy Penguins, Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, Milady Maker, and the Mutant Ape Yacht Club rounding out the top 5. Mutant Apes are trading at 1.9, Milady Makers 4.8, CryptoPunks at 42, Ethereum. How much is 42 Ethereum today? It's $153,900,000. Holy moly. Bored Ape Yacht Club trading 11.85. That is 43.4K. And Pudgy Penguins trading at 12.4. That is 45.4K. Pudgy Penguins are just continuing just their movement. It is good to see. You know, it has been, it was a slow weekend. Everybody went to New York for NFT NYC. And I believe it never fails that every time these individuals get together, there is, I call it it's actually the NFT COVID. And it's this strain of COVID that only manifests when a certain group of individuals get together from different blockchains, and everybody is currently sick. So I thought there was going to be some interesting stuff this morning, but it seems like everybody has tapped out. Hopefully we're going to have some stuff going on this evening and tomorrow, because I'm jazzed up. I'm here. I'm ready for it. And everybody else is just sleeping at the wheel. Looking at the heat map for the Solana ecosystem, if you guys are looking at it on YouTube, you can see what's going on. It's just a good representation. We do have Bodogos in the red, which I don't like to see. And Tensorians, we also have them in the red. Which I'm not going to comment on at the moment. Looking at the top 5 movers across the ecosystem, we have Froganis, Tensorians, Mutant and Mad Lads. SMB Gen 2 rounding out the top 5. The Tensorian movement is going to be around their token allocation, which was dropped to Tensorian NFT holders. They are currently trading at 25 salamis. That is $4,500. Their floor price has dropped 40% in the last 24 hours. Interesting. Are they going to be able to recapture that? How will they do it? Looking at the top 5 movers on the Bitcoin side of things, we have Runestone's RSIC Meta Protocol, Blob, Bitcoin Puppets, and Node Monkeys rounding out the top 5. Are you here for it? If you're playing the Bitcoin game, what are you into? The Runestone's 0.079. How much is that? That's 5,700 USD, baby. RSIC Meta Protocol. There have been a lot of sales around the RSIC and the Runestones. We have the Bitcoin halving coming up very shortly. We have so many of these Bitcoin things that are going to be activated around that halving. Have you been tuning in? Do you know what's happening? It is just, there are things happening. It is important stuff. And as things change, we get to see just the magic of the space and how people are being creative with the different mechanisms that the space throws out. And we are going to get into some more news today so I can get you guys back on your day. We have Solana. They have some big news. As I mentioned toward the end of looking at the NFT stuff, we have Tensor. They are dropping the Tensor token, ticker sign TNSR. Not only did they drop it to, I'm not even going to get into it because I didn't get any. So, not that I'm sour, but I'm not going to get into it. You can just DYOR if you got Tensor. But people that were airdrop Tensor, the exciting thing for those MFers is it will be tradable on Coinbase. And there are some other listings that you should put on your watch list, such as NEON is the ticker sign. The other one is SHDW. Both of these ticker signs should see movement early on just from the listing activity. It's a game to play. Buy the rumors, sell the news. I am giving you the rumors. Neon token. It could be, I don't know, it could be fun to play. All of this stuff. For all these tokens, it marks major milestones getting to these, to have it make it to the market. Also to get these listed on Coinbase, to think it's absolutely awesome to me. Tensor has already facilitated over about 2 billion worth of NFT trades on the Solana blockchain. They have just taken off like a rocket. It's nice to see their meteoric rise. It's like the crypto version of the grand opening of a new stock exchange, kind of the way that they are posing things. Meanwhile, in the world of Bitcoin, we are witnessing some truly record-breaking moments. Can you believe it's soaring past the 70K mark? I wake up every morning and literally the first thing I do is look at some analytics. And I just don't understand how it's just awesome. And people are not talking about it. It makes me so excited. So anytime we are breaking records with a currency that has found mainstream adoption, it just leads me to believe that the records will continue to break and the rise. What if we don't see a reset, right? Like, what if adoption kicks in such a way that we do not see this reset? What if we see pattern break? What if we see the fact that we've already hit all-time highs before the halving be significant and be a signal that things coming up are about to be different, right? That's why I tell you guys, keep your adventure pants on. We had a 7% increase just in the first 5 days of this month. Last night, I guess over the past couple of days, right? People hedge bets on the Bitcoin price. And because of this recent surge, we had about $115 million and we had, about $115 million were liquidated in the last 24 hours. So it's, you have to be very careful betting against Bitcoin. You have to be, if you're betting with leverage in this market, to me, that's interesting. I would love to hear why you're doing it. I understand the gains can be great, but you can also get wrecked. And if we are in a market where the trajectory is generally up, why would you add more risk to your ingredient portfolio? Please explain. I would love to hear about it. Listen, and over in Binance land, the Saga protocol, Saga, ticker sign is SAGA. It is making its grand entrance on the Binance launch pool that is going to happen tomorrow. Again, we are going to see movement off of these new listings. If this isn't your run-of-the-mill token either, folks, supposedly they're staking up their sleeves. They're putting up FDUSD to farm Saga tokens. And there is a bunch of ways that they are trying to incentivize you to use these ecosystems. There's a total supply of 1 billion and the launch pool reward of 45 million. Saga has some serious swagger. And why should you get involved with this stuff? Basically, by getting this token, one, you get to be part of the governance token and how the ecosystem works. And being a part of these ecosystems has benefits well beyond just your standard investing. So if you have an opportunity to get in early to some of these ecosystems, especially if you are going to be a long-term holder, what an interesting prospect to actually have governance ability in a protocol that is new and breaking and could change and revolutionize things over the next 10 years. So the governance protocol is definitely something to think about with these tokens, because not all of these tokens are created equal. This is one of the tokens that should stand above many of the other ones. There is Paraguay, and they're going through some difficult decision making. For some reason, they are thinking about making it illegal to mine Bitcoin. Currently, that country brings in about $200 million annually for the country due to Bitcoin mining. The reason around this, I do not know. I will look into this and figure out more about it, but I just saw the announcement. And I thought it was really interesting that you would stop something in a third world country, in essence, that brings in an enormous amount of revenue and will also keep a bunch of really intelligent people in your ecosystem. So it is interesting to see countries that are choosing to go against promoting or forwarding the thought and ideology surrounding Bitcoin. It seems like a wave that you do not want to miss. And to have your kids involved in this ecosystem and to have them begin understanding what it means now is something that to me is priceless. These opportunities do not exist. These are once in a generation opportunities that Bitcoin is presenting to a lot of people in this moment in time. That is my view on it. You do not see, these things are magical. The cell phone, the internet, right? Magical things, electricity, the light bulb, all these things. Bitcoin is more magical than all of that shit, and it's brand new, and you have the opportunity to be involved with these protocols that are making a difference in how the world will move forward tomorrow. You guys keep an eye on Mechanism Capital's Andrew Kang. He is trying to shake up the meme coin game with a whole new class of coins. He's going to call them culture coins. And I agree that there's some meat and potatoes in this idea. These bad boys are about to dive deep into politics, religion, and consumer brands. Forget your run-of-the-mill Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. We are talking about meme coins with a message. It's about time. Are we going to have political meme coins? I'm sure we are. And with the top 10 meme coins seeing an average gain of 1,312% in quarter one of 24. Let's just say that this craze is not ending. It's not going anywhere. It is only accelerating. So the fact that they are going to figure out a way to give use case to these absolutely absurd shit coins is brilliant to me. NFT people, please get on board. Figure out a way to incorporate coins into your collection today. The secret sauce for today is I'm not perfect. I'm original. Remember, the rabbit hole runs deep. Still craving crypto clarity? Subscribe to my Substack today. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.